A table is a rectangular range of structured data. Each row in a table contains a single record. It could be a name, a product, an identification number. In this example, each row contains the name of a salesperson. Each column contains a specific piece of information related to each row or each salesperson. For example, you'll see here sales data by quarter. Now, technically, the information we have here is considered a table, and it's very useful. However, Excel has a table feature that will make managing your data incredibly fast and easy. To insert a table, I will select any cell in the range of data. I will also look to make sure that there are no completely blank rows, as Excel will find these confusing. Then I'm going to go to the Insert tab, then the Tables group, and I'm going to select Table. Automatically, you will see a Create Table dialog box. It allows you to confirm that the range of data that's been selected is correct. If it looks okay, you can simply hit Enter. If you need to make a change to the range, you can enter it directly, or you can click on the icon here and drag to select your data. I'm going to hit Enter. You'll see that the My Table Has Headers checkbox has been checked. Now I'll click OK. If you want to insert a table without using your ribbon, a shortcut for entering a table would be to hit Ctrl-T. You now have a pre-formatted table. Each header has a drop-down list that you can use to filter data. In our introductory video, we discussed how you can go to the Data tab, the Sort and Filter group, and select Sort to sort data. Now we'll talk about filtering data. These arrows here indicate filters. If I wanted to filter data, for instance by sales rep, I can click on the filter in the sales rep column, deselect Select All, and select the name of the salesperson I'd like to filter by, and hit OK. Now you'll see that it's only showing data for that salesperson. To unfilter, I'm going to go back to the drop-down. You'll see how it now looks like a little filter. This tells us that this column has been filtered. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to select All again. And then I'll hit OK. Notice here in the Data tab, the Sort and Filter group, if I were to deselect Filter, the filters would be removed from my table. I'm going to go ahead and select Filter to put the filters back. When you select any cell in the table, notice that you will have access to Excel's Table Tools Contextual tab. We'll talk about this in a moment. Also, if one of your cells in the table is active, notice that when you scroll down, I'm going to use my scroll bar here, keep an eye on these column letters. When I select a cell within a table and I scroll down, instead of showing letters, they show our column headers. To change styles, go to the Table Tools Contextual tab, click on Design, and go to the Table Styles group. Here, you can select from the drop-down to select any type of table style that you choose. Notice that Excel gives you an automatic preview of what your table is going to look like. When you apply table styles, make sure that you're starting with a blank slate in terms of format, as you may run into problems applying table styles if you've already began to format your table. Notice that you also have a number of table style options. You can add banded columns or banded rows depending on your table style. There's also the option to add a total row. I'm going to click to select total row. Now you see in our table that Excel has automatically added a table row. I see here that these hashtag symbols indicate that our column is not wide enough. There, that's perfect. If you select the cell containing the total, you'll notice a drop-down that will allow you to view other options. I'm going to click on the drop-down. You'll see I now have the option to add the average, count, max, min, sum, etc. I think I'm going to stick with the sum. From time to time, when you receive data, you'll notice that you might have duplicate values that need to be removed. You can remove duplicate values by selecting a cell in your table, going to Table Tools, Design, going to the Tools group, and by selecting Remove Duplicates. You'll notice a dialog box that will allow you to either select all columns or deselect columns that you would not like to have affected. I would like Excel to look within all columns and rows for duplicate data, so this looks okay to me. I'm going to click OK. And you'll see here Excel is telling me that one duplicate value was found and removed, and that now 4 unique values remain. I'm going to click OK. Now, what if you'd like to add an additional column? I'm going to click here in column F, and I'm going to add a total column and hit enter. You see that the table automatically expands. Now I'd like to total B3 through E3. So I'm going to type our sum function, and I'm going to select B3 through E3, close my parentheses, and hit enter. Notice that not only did row 3 total, but this function was copied down the entire column.